Quite a collection of armbands there. I'm
Okay.
impressed. That's cool.
So who's excited for Briefcases? Yeah, it's another anthology of Dresden Files short stories. It's coming out June 4th, I believe.
Woo!
So very, very soon. Stories from the points of view of like Mark Cohn, Molly, Butters. It's ridiculously fun. Maggie, Mouse. Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Just so photos, let's just test sound of
You got the copy. Five?
Oh.
Too much. Perfect. Is that good for you guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. It was easier than Molly's support number. Like, help! I need water. I should turn the sound off. Yes.
How excited are you?
I'm sorry?
How excited are you?
I am terrified, but I wrote this, so it's a little scary. So I went to Taco Guild and had a couple of margaritas before I now I'm good. Everybody's here for Red Sun, right?
Yeah!
I was just making sure like 40 people weren't gonna be like, oh, I don't know. But they're here for the Taco Guild filmers. You said Taco Guild, right? We're going there.
The Pastor, fantastic.
Oh, yeah, I had the coffee beef.
Oh,
The lamb with the feta cheese.
right?
Aria in my mouth. And then drink, I was wrong, it was not a margarita, it was a martini, like a play on a martini that they call a serpent. And it has like a shaved piece of cucumber, like all Slytherin looking. And I'm half Slytherin, so I was like, I need one of those, I need two of those. I need two of those. And the waiter was like, good luck. She's not driving me. That's why I got a mental list.
Based on the Hogwarts mystery app.
Yes.
Apparently,
I'm trying to figure that out when I'm old.
yeah. 47.
Oh, okay. You win by 2 years.
Okay, all right. So, Mike, how do you get to choose your own house?
I didn't. I got sorted by Pottermore, and they said you weren't Slytherin. No, but in the Hogwarts mystery, basically, like, it lets you choose your own house. Oh, because, like,
totally does.
yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
I did what Sorting Hat told me. Really? No, I'm a Gryffindor. And I'm like, no, sweetheart.
No, but in the Hogwarts mystery, like the new.
No, I didn't get that far yet. I'm still trying to figure out
Yeah,
how
I
to
know.
get through Diagon Alley.
Are you still doing Lego?
No.
No.
Graduated.
Lego Harry Potter is still fantastic.
I didn't even do
but
that.
It's Lego Harry Potter.
Has anybody here seen our first Harry Dresden fan film, Nightlight?
Oh my goodness.
I gotta look it up.
There's a first?
Yeah. You did? Okay, one person. Hey, thank you, Mark. we've hopefully learned a few things since then with some professional help, and I don't know who you're talking about.
What's it called?
Nightlight.
Nightlight.
Well, things available on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think still, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. And is anyone not caught up in the Harry Dresden books through Turncoat?
Oh.
Spoiler.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
how much do you care about spoilers?
James Marshall
I'll be fine.
seriously
Okay.
did the audio. Have you done the audio?
Oh, yes,
Yeah, oh,
that's what got me
Oh
into
my,
the series.
oh my goodness.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Actually, it almost made me not get into the series because like I was a huge Buffy fan, and I was a huge James Marsters fan, and like on Buffy.new, they had these banner ads advertising James Marsters' performance in Stormfront, and so I had to prove to myself like, oh my god, I'm not gonna read these stupid books because I have to prove to myself that I'm not that pathetic a James Marsters fangirl. And then I saw this like group of like fan fiction writers that I love to read, talking about all getting together to in Philadelphia to see Serenity. And so I was like yeah, I would absolutely love to like grab dinner with these awesome ladies. And like next day they were doing this like impromptu like a very small like couch con sort of thing called FoCon. And so I had dinner with them, and a lot of them were huge Dresden Files fans. And so they all assured me that like, oh my god, this is so incredible, and like you need to read these books. And so I'm like, fine, I will read these stupid books. And I downloaded the first, or I bought the first book on audio CD because they weren't available on Audible yet. This was like 2005 because Serenity.
Gosh, so you
And
need a stack of CDs.
Yeah. Well, it was the MP3 CDs as opposed to like the audio CDs, so they crammed the entire Stormfront on one audio CD as opposed to like
Oh,
8.
okay. I was gonna say,
And-
haha, I don't feel so old and yes, I do. Yes, I do. And we
Yeah,
have
so, like-
Robert Jordan book series on audio CD like this thick.
Yeah, so like the next weekend after that, I was
they gave up. I'm like, I'm done.
Oh,
I'm like, can't do it.
yeah, that's the thing that happens.
Yeah, so like the next weekend, I went to this big like browncoats Pennsylvania shindig thing, and so like all the way on the train to this like tiny hick down in rural Pennsylvania, I was listening to the audiobooks and just like absolutely riveted and like kind of like wanting to hang out with my friends that I hadn't seen in like a year, but also kind of wanting to get back to this incredible audiobook that I was reading.
I've got to drive the car more. I'm sorry, guys.
And so like after everyone had gone to bed, like I fell asleep listening to this incredible book. And I think that like a month later, like the timing worked out that Full Moon and Great Peril also came out in audiobook format.
Nice.
And so like I immediately grabbed those, and I was so thank you, James Marsters, and thank you for all the people that
That's
made
awesome.
me convince myself that like, okay, just because you're trying to disprove that you're a pathetic James Marsters fan.
See, my husband and I met him. My husband plays Harry Dresden in this, and we were dressed as Harry and Murphy, and we went to go meet James Marsters, and we were like, we just want to say hi. We can't afford like an autograph or anything like that. We're at Dragon Con, and we walk up to him. We were like waiting in line, and he's like. And so we wait in line behind to go say hi to him, and we go to step up to him and be like, hi, Mr. Marsters, we're a huge fan and stuff like that. He goes, oh my god, Harry and Murphy! And we were like, that threw us off completely.
What color was your hair?
Blonde at the time. I mean, my hair is
Okay.
naturally blonde, and you'll see in the film, but once, it took more than 3 years to film this, so I had this hairstyle for 3 years. So finally, when Bill was like,
Bill being the
Murphy,
director.
Bill is the director, yes. And when he called me, he said, Murphy, you are wrapped. I'm like, awesome. Dyed in all kinds of wild colors. And he's like, and then he went, shoot, we forgot this one scene. I'm like, are you kidding? And I had to buy a wig. and it doesn't look quite right, but you'll see. And that happened with a couple of actors who were like, and you're wrapped. And then they go and cut their hair, and then they're like, oh, pickups. And then we're like, terrible wig on you. Yeah, I came to the Dresden novels via my husband's coworker, who my husband has worn dusters and a pentacle and snarky t-shirts since he was like 15 years old, and worked at Oak Ridge National Labs in Tennessee. And he walked up to him and he's like, you're Harry Dresden. And he's 6'2". And he's like, you are Harry Dresden. And he's like, I don't understand what that means. And he's like, okay, here. And gave him storefront. He's like, you have to read this book because you are Harry Dresden and your wife is Karen Murphy. And he's like, your wife is an Irish martial artist, so here. And so then he read the first book, laughed aloud through all of it. I'm like, give. And so I start reading it. He's like, read it, you're Karen. And I start reading it, and I'm supremely insulted. Because this is Stormfront, and I'm like, who is this bitch? And they're like, just hold on. And I start reading Full Moon, and I'm like, I am not Karen Murphy. I want to be Susan. That's Harry's girlfriend. I want to be Susan. And they're like, you're Murphy. And I'm like, I don't want to be Murphy. She's a bitch. Like, just hold on. And it took till the end of Full Moon. By the end of Full Moon, I'm like, girl, mess with Murphy. And then it kind of stuck there. We still have like 5 more minutes. Yes.
Start it.
6 minutes. And see, the thing about this movie is that it is 2 hours and 7 minutes long, so you're gonna have. Oh, by the way. Oh, yeah. This is super rated R.
It is?
I'm like, not sure if you've read the Dresden Files.
She's
Wait
cosplaying
till
as
the
Harry.
doors close, and when the doors close, I will tell you that I say fuck a lot. And also, this is called Red Sun after the Red Court Vampires, and I'm not sure if you know what the Red Court Vampires did to Harry, but that's kind of a thing. So.
Is this going to be available on YouTube?
It will be. We finished production on it about a year and a half ago and started putting it together, and then and Dragon Con came up, and we thought what we'll do is, because Dragon Con is kind of like, was like our home con. It's not at all home, it's in Atlanta and we're home in Dallas, but they've been good to us, they've hosted us for years and years, so we said, yes, you can have the premiere.
Just didn't want to ruin the fun for everyone else.
Oh, no, I feel terrible. My daughter's 12 and she's in it, but
The oldest one there is 12. Yeah, we listen to the books. In fact, I've got every
There
book
is-
on a thumb drive in my.
I can. The only thing I can tell you is there is violence and gore galore in this. We went through more Caro syrup and fake blood than you could possibly think of. There is the
Is it worse than Kill
indication.
Bill on the blood?
Huh?
Is it worse than Kill Bill on the blood?
Not quite. No, not quite.
Okay,
We couldn't afford that much blood. It's not The Shining or anything, but we are all like corporate workers and stuff like that, so there is no nudity in this at all. But there is the suggestion of Red Court Vampires doing things. Don't leave. There's close to the, hey, there's alphas in here. There's suggested nudity. Because we have all the alphas, which one of my guys, the guy who played Lord Wraith, actually, at our table reading, Peaches, the guy who played Lord Wraith in our film is fabulous. And so he's like trying to attack me, and he's like, oh my god, I don't know how to do this. But he goes by the name Peaches. And anyway, he found out at the table read, we're going through the table read and stuff like that, and knew that our alphas are reading this and stuff like that. And he's like, wait a second. So the alphas shifted back, and now they're talking to these guys. Are they wearing clothes? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, where'd they get their clothes? And I'm like, shit. So I had to go back, and all of a sudden all my alphas are like, can we renegotiate our contract? You didn't tell us about this part. And so we have done some finagling to try to make sure that everybody is covered.
Didn't there have to be some research shoots because like one of the alphas got a really
One of our
cushy job, and like there cannot be any nudity of me in it either.
Yes, one of our alphas is a very high level secret government, federal government agency worker, and it like this went to levels that are inside the White House, and they went, so this employee is doing it, and like in the former administration, like people whose names you would certainly recognize were like, so what's this? And I'm like, oh God, we're changing it. We didn't tell Jim that Dragon Con because we got the call on the way to Dragon Con. We're like, oh God, oh my God, who's seen it? And like, so you know the Billy blogs you posted? We showed those to so-and-so at the White House, and we're like, what? Like, he wants to know exactly how naked this person's gonna be, and we're like, no sir, not at all, sir.
So not bad as a series, and then you came along and you did a fan film.
Yes,
Yep. How did the licensing look like?
there isn't any, we have no rights to this.
Oh,
It is
okay.
completely a fan film.
Oh.
We have no rights, we have no privileges, we did not purchase any of them or anything like that. They're in
Love it.
other hands. We just basically went to Jim and said, hey Jim, we kind of look like your characters. Can we play in your sandbox? And he went, sure. And that's it.
Nice.
And
So
then
he has the licensing for all of it?
Jim
Yeah.
does? Yes, yeah.
Because the role playing is amazing.
Evil Hat is good stuff, yes.
Yeah, basically a couple of years back, I helped Jim formulate his fan fiction policy, which basically specifies that like he's not going to read it, he's not going to like
Endorse.
basically the fanfic authors and the fan film creators like renounce any rights they have to the underlying intellectual property, because like that does belong to Jim, and so basically like he's not going to sue them for creating things, and they're not like basically. So it just allows I would be explaining myself much better if I had not had to. But yeah, basically, like the stipulation is that like they're not going to try to claim that and they're not going to try to like make a profit off of things. Oh, that's mine.
No, that's Priscilla.
That is my.
I was like,
That is my
this is
copy
yours.
raised amazingness.
I was
fighting.
being subtle. I was like, okay. So the long and short of it is, we do not have rights to this, and Jim has not seen it, even though he is in it. So.
Even though he's been to 2-3 different screenings of it, he hasn't seen it. Okay.
And also of Nightlight, he hasn't seen it.
Oh yeah.
Because.
But does
he's
he
I
like
have
it?
No idea what you're talking about.
Well, basically, like the fanfic policy that I stipulate like, indicates that he can see things, and yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's 9:02.
It
You
is-
guys
Oh, let's
are
do this
off
thing.
of